Hello and welcome back to Life of a Lumberjill. Today we're going to be talking about our trip to Adelaide, Australia. So Australia is known as the wood chopping mecca of the world, and Adelaide happened to be one of the royal shows that Billy and I went to last year. So we went down as part of the women's relay team with some of the other ladies from the US. You can see them here. We competed against Australia and New Zealand in our relay races, and we were second. That's pretty good for kind of a new team. One of the biggest things that I liked about Australia was the coffee. I'm a coffee fanatic. So we had a ton of coffee there and obviously had some fun with friends too. Some of the first events that we competed in was sawing events. So for the women especially, this was going to be like our first foray into cutting this hardwood because the wood's different down there than it is up here. So you can see me here sawing on the third stand to the left. And the interesting thing about sawing down in Australia is that we always start from the top, off the top of the block, instead of a starting arc like we have here. So starting the saw is half the challenge, and then running it the rest of the way is also hard. It's hardwood, it's harder to cut. So you can see Billy here, he's in the blue shirt, cutting one of his underhands. So this is one of the biggest things that we noticed besides the difference in gear is that how much different this wood is from our wood at home. So we cut poplar or pine, which is really soft compared to this stuff, which is called woolly butt, and it's considered hardwood. So this is part of a handicap race. So also in Australia, different from the US, they have what's called a handicap. So you start X number of seconds off of go, and the goal of which to make everyone finish at the same time. So when we were down there, Martha and I competed in the Jill and Jill Championship and handicap races. This is our semi-final for the championship. We're down on the third stand down from the left. And then here's the final for that championship. So all the championship races start off of 3, whereas handicaps start off of the mark that you've been given. So this was a pretty good win for us, considering that I've never sawed down there before. And Martha, I think, was pretty pleased with our performance, but it was really nice to be sawing with an experienced partner down there. Here's Billy enjoying some kangaroo, and once again, more coffee and food. I think we came back 10 pounds heavier between the two of us. So the other cool thing is we did a little bit of sightseeing. We drove on the wrong side of the road, which was the right side of the road down there. And while we were at the Cleveland Wildlife Center, Billy got to make some friends with kangaroos. I got to hold a koala, which was one of the items that I've had on my bucket list forever, so that was really exciting. And then we just did some other driving around the city and looking around. Adelaide is a beautiful city. It's very clean, it's very tidy, and there's a lot to see and do there. I highly recommend, if you're going to Australia, to stay in an Airbnb and rent a car. So car rental was really cheap down there when we found it, and the lodging was really reasonably priced as well. Thank you all for watching this episode of Life of a Lumberjill. Keep your eyes open for my next video.